Good evening, everybody. Selamat sejahtera, saudara-saudari. Welcome to Top Gear. So I'm changing the background a little bit because, just want to change the background a little bit. So, everyone, welcome to the show. We are on Top Gear number 26, and joining me today we have Bobby Ang.
Yo,
The subject today is live life fully now. So, as some of you may have guessed, this will be full of racun. But our point is not to get you to spend money. Our point is to talk about, living life, right? So this is the topic today. I'm going to show you how we inspired this topic. But Bobby, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing moderately okay only.
Why is it because of the recent news?
Oh. That one. I say hooray on Facebook. Hooray with a full stop. With a full stop.
I saw some people put the post on their Facebook page. They put it upside down. I don't want to say it. It's just a very interesting week so far, and
man.
yeah. But
man, what to do?
Yep. Oh, that's a nice background. Okay.
I'm suddenly
So
in my
the
car.
premise of the topic today is very simple. I think over the last COVID, most of us has the whole pandemic. All of us have experienced impact in our lives.
Yeah.
That I'm definitely not spared from it. My business in India had some impact. I lost a lot of friends actually, and also business partners. Not a lot, but I lost some of them, and I know a lot of people who lose family members and stuff. And also we're talking about we're moving. Look, things will never be the same, right? And we're in this interesting moment where car enthusiasts. On top of that, we're looking at even a transition from possibly a lot of countries committing to phase out petroleum. I don't know how true is that, but you can really see AMG making big shifts with wiping out their V8s and stuff like that. Recent news, V8 they're going to discontinue their V8s as well. So we're in this interesting time where if not now, then when? Yeah. And also, it's not so bad to the point where certain cars' prices have gone up so crazily. So, just more of a chill talk today, about the general outlook into like, hey, how can we enjoy the moment we have today? And sometimes you'll be surprised. Sometimes things that you want to enjoy, maybe within your reach. Maybe you just haven't gotten the little push or the little encouragement to get it. Just like how the Spider, for example, I told Bobby I wanted to get a Boxer GTS. Then I told him, actually, I really want the Spider, but I get the GTS. It's like, Spider. Then everything happened. Okay. I remember it was after the lockdown, the first drive to Genting, in Genting Sempa there. Then you're like, Spider.
Oh yeah, you got it. You got it last year.
Last year.
During MCO period, right?
At the end of it, around December. Yeah, around December. Yeah.
Last year.
So before when the first lockdown happened, and then they opened up, and then we did our first like all the Evo guys went out and drive up. Then that was my C43, right? And then we were talking.
Oh yeah.
And then I said, oh, you bro, get your Aston Martin. I watch your videos. You talk about like, oh, this is a instrument, everything. They get honest, and they're like, oh, it seems like you really like the car. Then I thought, then I told you, wow, only if I can do what you do. I really want a Boxster GTS. But if I really want to be honest, I push all the way to the Spider. Then it's like, Spider.
Yeah, what?
I didn't regret it. I'm happy that I did it.
So many people in here already. Anyway,
anyways, if you're here, please say hi. All right, just drop a message, say hi. We'll go through that.
I just want to ask, anyone here tonight who you have lost someone you know from COVID? Can you type in the comments? Say COVID. If there's someone that you know that has passed away due to COVID, can you please type in the comments? Either you say me or you say COVID, or something like that. Anyone? Because many of my friends that I know have had someone that See, Chris we just mentioned, he lost his dad. Miltesh, my dad passed due to COVID last month. Paulus Romanov, yes, me, lost a friend.
Jonathan as
I
well.
lost a
Yeah,
friend as well. Yesterday I was
yeah.
chatting with a friend, and he lost five, bro. He lost five. You know, suicide. Does suicide count? Jeremy Soon. I think it is
It
because
does. It
it's
does.
due to this whole lockdown and all that.
Yeah,
Uh,
it is real. Yeah, Jared
right.
lost a close
See,
one last week.
yeah.
Yeah,
So so okay, we're not trying to link this and say, let's go buy something. It's not about buying, actually. It's about whether are you, that, like that topic that Thomas put up tonight about living fully now. Because it only comes to things like this that we realize that all the plannings, like the insurance guy tell us, bro, this one 35 years later when it mature, this, I don't even know next week I'm still here or not, right?
mhm.
Sometimes it's about, if you don't really know how to live fully now, you will, what makes you being able to live fully, 30 years later or 25 years later. Or a lot of
Yeah,
people, they like to give advice online. They say, you financial planning, and then when you are 45-year-old, and then when you're 55-year-old, 65, all this, God knows, next week, you just don't wake up from your sleep, you know
the thing is that the premise is what you're saying is that life is never certain, right? Any it's fleeting lah. It's you know appreciate life
Yes.
as it is, right? Yeah,
Yes, not just our
uh,
own life, people around us, those that we know, of. Yeah.
friends, yeah. But I
Mm,
think I just want to just jump in and say, look, guys, if any of you guys lost someone from COVID, some of you family members, I just want to say that
mm,
I'm really sorry. I don't know
yeah.
how to say it, but when we had people in my team in India passed away from COVID, and it was in April, and every phone call I pick up was just dealing with grief, man, and
Yeah, man.
it's tough. It's just really tough, and I don't know what to say other than I'm sorry, and
Yeah.
such is life lah. I just want to say before we proceed into the topic, you know,
Yeah, man. I
yeah,
mean, rest in peace to
yeah. God
to
bless
all
everybody
of
too.
them,
Yeah.
lah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Thomas, remember when we were having breakfast, my friend who called
Yep.
me and asked me to go for a
Yep. It's Bobby, you're lagging. So anyway, while Bobby is lagging, I'll just explain what happened. Was Bobby was when I was having breakfast to check out my Mini Cooper, because we were going to review the Mini Cooper,
yeah,
and then he got a message that someone one of his friends who just met him got COVID positive. Oh no, you're back,
yeah.
you're back.
I'm back. Sorry,
And
sorry,
then you
sorry.
went to test yourself the next day, the same day you went to test yourself, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's my friend who passed away, lah. He struggled for like 1.5 months. One and a half
Jeez.
month, bro. Mm.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
so
lor,
we're
yeah,
going to
lor.
talk about the topic a little bit today. Maybe in the beginning, a bit more exploring the idea of living now, right? And we're going to talk a little bit more also about, like, hey, you know, what would be the best for you to live now? What would be exciting for you to live now? Do things that make you feel alive, right? And there's an interesting philosophy. We say that we don't remember time, we remember moments, right? So how do we experience moments that you appreciate,
Wow, you
So we'll
look at
talk more about this.
what Crispy wrote there, bro. 9:37 p.m. That is just, you are only
Right?
6 minutes away from that.
Breathing resets the timer.
Breathing resets that timer. It's true, right? I mean, we don't breathe for 6 minutes and we're gone. And
Yep.
COVID attacks us through breathing.
Mhm.
Wow. Ah,
Yep. Yep. So
oh,
Theodore say I
the
lost my
villas.
16 months busy, depressed, vulnerable. Yeah. So
Wow.
this today is a little bit of a very different topic.
Hmm.
And I think all the time we have a talk here as like a very car guy talk show, but let's be honest, we're all human beings as well, and we all have experienced life, and it's all what makes us human, isn't it? We are all everything. We are we are aspirational, we are also fearful. This is all what makes us human beings. It's what makes us
Yeah.
alive. I'll
Yeah,
probably share a few
man.
more stories later on, but let's just move on to something I just want to share to everybody. I think it's a beautiful ad done by Volvo, and Bobby shared this ad to me, and this ad I just want to share with everybody. I don't know whether YouTube will pick it up as like copyright issues. I don't really care.
No lah, no lah. Hey,
No lah.
before we run the video, can everybody share this live now? If you want to tag someone to watch it, because let's do this now, and then only we play the video. We give you all like 1
So
minute.
please share. Please share
Yeah.
with your friends who you just want to.
Please
If
share
you
it
know
out.
someone who's like sitting at home, nothing to do, find a way to connect with other people. The reason why I do Talk Gear as well is that I wanted people to have a place to build friendship across an event. And since we can't host a real event in a real life, this is something that we can do. And I know some people in the comments like Forge for Speed, like Kenneson, Jared, Montano, Anthony Montano, all these guys, they always hang out over here, and it's just good to know that we're connecting with you guys in some way. Right?
Yeah, man.
I'm an extroverted person. I need to connect to people. It drives me nuts that I can't meet people, and stuff like that. Yeah.
And I want to know, is there anyone here who hasn't subscribed to Thomas Yap's channel? Please do so. I think
two more subscribers on 2K.
Yeah, man. Please subscribe to Thomas. He has a lot of interesting experiences to share. And of course, he loves washing cars. I don't, so you can learn from him.
I've decided to expand my YouTube channel in a very different way. My Thomas Yap channel is my personal hobby channel. So I'm going to talk a lot about car reviews, vlogs, and also washing cars. Document my ownership of my car. My E30 just broke down recently, so I'm going to document all of this. Just to show people that these are the reality of owning certain cars, right?
Yeah.
The awesome side and the bad sides. But altogether, it's experience. Then I'm going to this. I haven't told anyone actually. I'm going to tell Bobby right now that I'm starting another channel just directly all about motivation and money. Right. So
Lovely.
how the algorithm be better. It's called IDML. Of course, it still be under. I would love to still promote all the things in. I'm still part of Team Horizon, and I think to broaden the spectrum of content. And some of you may not know. I used to be a speaker, trainer, coach. And I really miss doing it. I really miss being able to contribute to people's lives and to inspire, move people, touch people by sharing stories and through the through just connecting with people. I really miss that part of my life. And recently, after taking out a few contracts to help my friends in their businesses, I miss that so much. So I decided that I'm going to commit very deeply to produce at least 2 contents a week. So the idea of IDML, I Design My Life, is I believe anyone can design the life that you want to live, right? You can live the life, but you must understand 2 major building blocks of your life. One is money, the other one is mindset. These are the 2 building blocks to do anything you want, because we live in a world that we have to pay money for things, right? You have to master that. You have to master also the mindset. So it's a lot motivational, but also a lot of mindset in that sense. Even when I talk about money, it's very mindset driven as well.
I only learned this in 2015.
Yeah,
I only realized that I can
I
actually
share that
design my life.
because everybody I meet in my life, for some reason, the amount of wealth they experience and happiness they experience in life has almost very little to do with how much money they earn. It's how they think, how they view life, and it's very interesting. And I've applied a lot of things to myself. My life has changed subsequently over the last 7 to 8 years. And I just wish to bring that platform to people and just share what I know. So I'm setting up that I already set up the platform. It's called IDML. I Design My Life. I will share the link. There's no videos yet, but I'm recording videos all day, and contents coming out. Yep.
Cool.
So with that, let's share the
Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome, and thanks, Bobby, for having me on Team Horizon. I just, I'm just very happy to be friends with you more than anything, and then just now helping be part of Team Horizon and just putting my content out there.
It's my pleasure.
All right, bro. Tell you what, let's see in the comments who is hanging out over here before we jump into the video. Force for Speed is currently in quarantine right now, right? So not before heading out for work, right? Okay. So I'm glad that we can provide you some sort of company in that sense. Ching Ling Chong, yeah, sorry to hear that. Okay. Ismail Sabri is watching. I don't know. Lah. Maybe someone will watch for us.
Who is he? He sounds familiar.
I don't know lah. I heard it's this new person in charge. What sucks for me is that I find driving to be therapeutic, keeps me stress-free and centered on lockdown, interstate ban. Yeah, actually, you're right, Chris. This is something that has kept me grounded, and I couldn't do it. So I start washing my cars more. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is I want to show you a video, guys. I'm a big fan of this gentleman called Alan Watts, and he's a philosopher. I call him somewhat enlightened. He's a very unique gift for being able to explain life in this very magical way. And his words are so eloquent and powerful. And there's this video that came out. There's an ad that was done by Volvo, and it's just ridiculously amazing. And after that, we're going to have a friend that's going to come in and show you the amazing new. I got amazing news. I'll just let my friend share that with you. Okay.
Yes.
So with that, I'm going to show you a quick video. And after that, we're going to bring our friend in. Okay. Cool. So with that, I'm going to show this video first. Let's enjoy this little video. Wow, I know.
Wow.
I know about you. Goosebumps.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll come back to this in a little bit. Beautiful ad. I think it's spoken a lot for itself. There's nothing much I want to say about it other than it's beautiful. I'll come back to the ad a little bit. But the reason I want to show you the ad is that that's the premise of today's topic.
Yeah, man.
Right. So if you guys enjoyed it, let us know in the comments if you enjoyed it, and give us some love, some likes. Give Volvo some likes. Right? It's an amazing ad, right? So what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to show you. I'm going to invite someone onto the screen for a little bit because he's waiting. But the other thing is also. This is another gentleman that, as I hang out with this guy, he's living in the present all the time. He's always there, and he's just enjoying life to his fullest. And not just by his demeanor, by the way he drives at first, but also the way he speaks, the way he lives life from moment to moment, and the adventures he's achieved. And he's a man that consistently reinvents himself. Very inspiring. He's a rocker. He's an adventurer. And now he has run 2 F&B establishments and one very new F&B establishments, which is right now also, as he declared now, will be an Evo Club
Clubhouse.
Evo Clubhouse. But it's all the way in Kuching. All right, so let's invite on the stage Alex STM Rock. Hey, Alex.
Yo.
Hello, everyone. Hello from the Sunset Club in Kuching, just outside Kuching. 36 kilometers away at Damai Beach Resort.
Awesome. So the reason why we got Alex here is, of course, he is, for me, one of the one of the examples of men who just I just live life and just explore. And man, he traveled. Some of you may not know, I did an interview with him. He traveled all the way from the south of South Africa all the way to the top to Alaska in a motorcycle. And
South America,
yeah. Crazy. So Alex, why don't you show us around? The reason I asked him to come live is rather than showing you pictures of this amazing club, why don't you walk us around and show us this amazing place?
Yes. Okay, guys. Welcome to the Sunset Club. I'm now right by the beach. So first I'll show you the beach, okay?
Wow.
It's already dark here, but we're right by the beach, and there are a few islands out there called Satang Island. And it's really quite beautiful here. So I just opened a bistro by the beach. It's called the Sunset Club, and we serve everything from food, burgers to cocktails to beer to obviously, and milkshakes and ice cream and everything else. But yeah, Thomas has asked me to take you for a quick tour to show you the decoration, which I did. I did all the ID myself and designed the building myself. And this is 4 months of hard work. We just opened last Friday. So follow me, okay?
Let's do it. Come on. Oh, I can't wait to be there, man.
Okay, this is the Sunset Club facing from the west. I'm going to do a quick walk because I know we don't have much time. Yeah. So really quick. The beach is just there, and this is the entrance, okay? That's my logo.
Is the beautiful flower that Con sent over still there?
Yes, it's all here. We have a foot bath here for people to
Nice.
just dip their foot in to get the sand off before they walk in. I designed the place so that they can be totally wet and just come right in and this is my IG wall right here, Instagram wall, right?
Nice.
Lovely.
Okay. The theme about this place is life. It's live life. That's so everything you see is about life, marine life, and this is our little cake counter, and
Oh, I love the
here's the
fish.
bar. Okay,
Oh.
this marlin here was actually caught by me and my dad in Hawaii a long time ago
Wow.
when I was really young, and it's been hanging at my dad's office for the past God knows how many years, and I brought it here. This marlin and a dolphin that we caught. But this is the bar. Okay. Say hello to Lionel, my partner.
Lovely.
Lionel, say hello.
Hello,
Hi,
Lionel.
to the guys
Hello,
on Top
Lionel.
Gear.
Hello.
My bartender, Danny.
Hey,
Yo.
hey.
This is Eric. Say hi, Eric. And this is Nira. Okay, so we're live here.
Hello.
This is the dolphin that we caught in Hawaii a long time ago. And okay, real quick, we don't have much time. Quick scan. Some of our guests there. Hi. This is just before closing. We close in 10 minutes. So this
Okay.
is my little Zen garden. Okay, I dug a 3 feet hole because I wanted to build a koi pond. But while we were digging the hole, we saw otters come up on the beach, like 6 otters swimming. So the koi pond idea was thrown away because the otters are going to come in and eat my fish, right?
Oh,
So we built-
otters.
Yeah, lots and lots of otters right on the beach there. So we filled it up, and I made a little Zen garden.
Ah.
We painted the world on it. Okay, and as you come over here, that's part of our outside deck facing the sunset. And I've got a little library here.
Wow.
Little library we call with some books and Scrabble set, Monopoly set. I don't think anyone plays them anymore, but I put them there
do.
anyway. You do? Chess sets and so on. Okay.
Lovely.
So let me take you up the stairs. This is you can still see, right?
Nice. Yes. Oh,
I use Istanbul Moroccan lamps. That's the theme. So now we're going up the
Lovely.
stairs to the top deck. The top deck has got amazing views. Okay, and through the COVID, we got our bin bags and all. The top deck is empty now because we're just about to close.
Yep.
Okay. Say hello to Aiden. Aiden, say hello. We're live. Yeah.
Hi, Eden.
There we go. And so this is the bar from the top. You can see, right?
Lovely, lovely.
And
Oh,
we got
man, that's
hanging
very
chairs and so on. Hanging chairs and old windows from 1971, 72. I found them. And then you could walk out here. Okay, this is my life motto here. Can you read it? It says rock this life. Rock this life.
life.
Yeah.
Yes.
So look at the design. This is
Man.
everything's outdoor here. There's no air conditioning, nothing. The 3 sides are open. It's only one side that's closed. So 3 sides are open. You got 360-degree view, almost 270. But this is the outside deck. Real quick, my hanging chair. Here we go. The outside deck, and then those are hotel rooms because I'm in a resort, a 5-star
Oh.
resort. Those are hotel rooms, so people can just rent rooms and be close to the Sunset Club, ready to party. But
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
look. And this is looking at the deck from the top. That's it. And
Wow.
yeah, really quick tour, guys. So yeah, this is it. I should show you the place again when it's sunset time because the sunsets are beautiful, really gorgeous here.
Oh.
Really, really amazing.
Yeah. I need to drive there now.
Yeah.
I need to drive there now.
Yeah. So
Only if I can
that-
teleport there. But yeah. So Alex, I just want to ask you a question. Did you curate the whole decoration by yourself? Did you do the whole
Yeah.
decoration?
I did everything. I assembled, installed it. We drilling. I do the whole lot. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I climb up
Yeah,
there and
I can definitely feel
left,
it. I
right,
can
move
feel-
to left, all kinds of stuff. But
I can
yeah,
feel- I
I
can
like
feel
doing that.
Alex in
I
there.
enjoy it. I did the same thing with Feast and Furious Cafe as well. So yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
thanks for showing us around. I mean, really appreciate it.
Hey, it's my
So
pleasure.
now
Thanks for
invited
tuning
for
in.
all Evo
Thanks
Club
for inviting me
members.
on the show.
All right.
Thank
It's
you,
all for Evo
Alex.
Club
Thank
members.
you.
I got a question
Take
to
care,
ask you
guys.
though.
Bye bye. See you. Stay safe.
Okay, all right. See you. Okay, bye. Bye.
You need to close his shop.
Yeah, you gotta close this job.
See you, bro.
All right. Man.
Nice.
Guys, is that freaking awesome? It's awesome. Give some love, some likes. Let me know in the comments what do you think about that. And if any one of you guys want to go there, like me and probably Bobby right now, I would love
Yeah,
to have a
man.
nice champagne, facing the beach, some good company, chit chat about life and cars. Oh, I would love that anytime, right? If you guys want to do that, let me know in the comments that you would love to join me doing that.
For those who don't know, Alex is also part of Horizon team. And last year during our extended lockdown, Alex went on a 80 day drive from Sarawak to Sabah. You know, he took his time. He really took his time. Yeah, he really took his time. He's done that drive many times, but that round he was just driving solo 80 days. That's crazy, man.
It is air cooled 993 all the way from
Porsche, yeah, man.
one tip to the other, and then he was camping up there and then he crossed Brunei, and then he was camping next to the beach, and the rain, there was the horrible winds and stuff, and then
Crazy
he
guy.
won the lottery, right? He won the lottery.
Oh yes. He won a lottery.
And then he resprayed his car. And then he polished his car. And then both of us so kiasu, right? When he came back to KL, we also bought lottery because of him.
Oh yeah, that Genting drive, right?
Yeah. It was so fun. Right?
Yeah.
So it was a great time. But Alex is a great friend. Thanks to, again, he's part of Team Horizon. If you haven't subscribed to Alex, please subscribe to his channel. I'm gonna post his channel up shortly onto the comments.
I wrote it there. Alex and Wong.
Alex Wong, right? He's a rocker, right? He jams music every Wednesday. He plays music at 7:30. Hey guys, if you want some nice music at home while you're having dinner on Wednesday night, just turn it on. Put on YouTube and then just watch someone sing live. He and DK jams pretty awesome songs. Anywhere between Chinese, like Beyond, all right, all the way to old school rock and roll, like Three
Malay
Eyes Light,
songs, English songs. Yeah.
Hey, he even sing what? No, he even sing like Sabahan songs, or
Oh, that's
songs,
lovely.
all those like local folk
lovely.
songs. Amazing, man, amazing.
Yeah.
So many people would love to go. I would love to go as well. So yeah. Anyways, let's come back to the topic today. Let's go for a quick break. I think we need a little break for the moment, but just again, thanks Alex for showing us your place. Let's go for a quick break, and then after the break, we'll jump in and talk a little bit more about this idea about living now.
Living fully now.
Living fully now, right? And as what Alan Watts say, if you're always planning for the future, and when the future arrives now, we're not really enjoying today, right?
Yeah.
So we'll talk a little bit more about that. And shall see you in a moment. Let's go for a quick break. I need a little break to fill up my provisions, and I'll see you in a bit.
When I switched to Pro Mileage, in my case, I got 47% of savings for that time.
Pro Mileage was the only one that gave me 5,000 extra value to cover, yet still cheaper, a lot less.
Okay, welcome back. So, let's start the topic today by asking everybody this question. I asked Bobby, but ask everyone today in the chat as well. What does it mean to live life fully now? So I'll ask Bobby, but guys, let us know in the comments as well. What do you think? What it is for you? What does it mean for you to live life fully now? So Bobby,
Me,
yeah, ask you first.
It's both simple and it's also for some people.
Also, before I want to interrupt with it. The reason why we got this topic is because I asked Bobby, "Hey, bro, what topic to talk about today?" And then he said this topic. So, but he has this for as much as I know him, and we sat in drives, we talk, exchange conversations. He has this very strong message about living now. So, And so this topic was actually inspired by Bobby lah, to be honest. So let's hear from Bobby. What you mean? What is your take on live life fully now?
It's really about appreciating everything. I would say, to sum it up, I wake up every day feeling thankful, and even the people I meet, everybody I met from my driving and all that, you just you treat everybody as if it's gonna be your last time seeing them. I think I always think that I mean, if I die tomorrow, will I regret what I've done today? I think that is something very fundamental that a lot of people miss. Sometimes they, I seldom get fessed up with things. It's like, if you're gonna die tomorrow, is this thing even important today? It's like it's so and then if you like something, just go ahead and pursue it. If you want to do something now, just go ahead. I mean, I don't mean being doing things without considering others, but it's really, some people, I find that, I once, this was last year, when me and Dana had that conversation, and Dana is like, no, Bobby, now, right, I need to arrange my finances and then do this, do that, so that it generates passive income. And then with all this passive income, blah, 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 then I can use those money to pursue my 911, his dream of owning a Porsche 911, instead of trying his best now to go for it. He wanted to spend his next, maybe 4 or 5 years to establish something, so that the passive income can help him get a 911. And I was like, bro, when it becomes easy for you that time, right, it's no longer considered a dream by then. So that's why I had one of that video that I posted up on my channel, which is around the same title. If it is too easy, it's no longer a dream. It's just like when you're a kid, you dream of hoping this weekend your parents will bring you to McDonald's. It's something that you really yearn of. You're like, oh, do I get McDonald's? Do I get McDonald's this weekend? Or Toys R Us or something. And it's something you yearn for. But now, or when you are in college or whatnot, right? You or when you have the means or the income to easily do that, it no longer brings you the same kind of happiness when you eventually manage to. So at every point of time, sometimes we don't have to think so much about what other people think. Some people will say that, oh, Bobby, I love a Bentley Continental GT, but I don't think my level is there yet. It's like what do you mean level? If it is something you like, right? If it is something that you truly like, it shouldn't be something that you see it as whether you match that thing or not, or the thing match you or not. You shouldn't even see that much or think that much, And if you don't pursue it, will you regret if one day, or if you keep pushing that? If your mindset is not now, you always put your state of mind in 15 years later, 20 years later, oh, my EPF, or my insurance plans, or my, all these things. If your mindset is always there, right, you are not living your life now when you are 30, 33, 35. The golden time where you should be really going all out and I don't mean enjoy, but really live life. Because when you're 20 plus, you just started working, your income level is low, and financially you don't have that much financial freedom, but you have a lot of time freedom. But then when you are 30 plus, it hits sort of a good balance, between time and financial freedom, or financial stability. If you keep putting at this juncture, you keep thinking about next time, You know, by the time when that arrives, right, you are maybe like 56 or 58. Your state of mind will be different already, you know. So that's what I mean. I think I don't know whether I explained that or not, but
Oh,
that's
you
that's
make a
how
lot
I
of
see
sense,
it.
bro. I'll come into that. I'll add something on your last thing you say, and then then we go to the comments and let's read what the people mean by live life now. But it's very funny, when I wanted to buy my M235i, it's my first ever coupe,
Uh-huh.
and then my
Uh-huh.
family, okay, my uncle, who's my father's brother in Singapore, really
Yep.
successful lawyer, he bought an i8 lah. So he bought an XKR at first. Oh my god, the XKR is ridiculous, man. The sound it makes is just ridiculous. So I was in Singapore, I drove with XKR, and then he's like, "Hey, don't go so fast because you get summoned." So, and then he got an i8, But in my father's, like one of my siblings, I was the first one to get a coupe. So I was thinking the M235i. So I'm some of you may not know I'm a divorcee, but before I got married, right, I was looking at the M235i, and my dad say, "Son, I'm always very, my father is very conservative in his lookout in money. But when I was looking at M235, he said, son, there's only 2 times in your life you can buy a coupe. One before you get married, and one after you retire. But then after you retire, your knees and your back will be so painful, you don't want to sit in the coupe. So you better buy.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, because it's an opportunity cost. He's a very wise investor, but he also thinks of opportunity cost. We have an opportunity in time is the opportunity, right? Experience is the opportunity. You have a cost to it, So, anyways, but let's look at the comments over here. Let's see what living life fully is. First of all, let's give a shout out to Alex STM Rock, and if you guys like his hashtag, just shout it out on the chat as well. Hashtag Rock This Life. I intend to rock this life. So yes. Alex is such a great friend. I remember the time when he just came back from Borneo, and then he's like, "Hey, bro, you going to Penang?" He's like, "Let me drive with you up, send you off." So he met me in Damansara, and we drive all the way until one of the checkpoint when I met Irfan. We drove up together, and he just want to wave me off. We had coffee, we had a few pastries, and he just chit chat, catch up, and send me off. So such a lovely friend to meet. Let's see over here. Live life fully is being grateful for everything one has experienced to date. Yeah, that's true, right? This is very interesting. I'm a some of you may or may not know. I know I talk about cars a lot, but again, I spent a lot of money and time learning how to coach, learning how to understand human behavior. And interestingly, there's this book. Some of you may want to read this book. It's called it's from Dr. David Hawkins. He's a psychotherapist. He became a spiritual guru. He's passed. God bless his soul. He left behind some amazing books, and he talks about levels of consciousness. Right. Some people live life in a lot of guilt, a lot of fear, a lot of shame. Yeah, afraid to be ashamed. Right. Afraid to be guilty of something. But that is what keeps us in a very, how to say it, the way he describes it is a very inertia life. That means like it takes a lot of effort to do something. Like life is difficult. Life is very tough and difficult. But for some people may not have a lot of money in their life, but they live life in a lot of gratitude.
Yes.
For some reason, they enjoy every moment in life. Even they have no money, right? Sometimes they have very little money or no money, but they just have this big smile on their face. They're satisfied, but because they experience a lot of gratitude in their life, So there's something really powerful. Being grateful for everything one has experienced to date. And I've noticed something. The people I meet in my life, those who have emanate a lot of joy in their life, right? They have some sort of routine for gratitude. Like Bobby, for example, he said he woke up, he's happy to be alive, for the people I meet, so on and so forth. There's this routine of gratitude, And it's interesting. Now I know this is very untalk gear like, because we talk about, okay, we look at religious practices. Now I'm not saying that specific religion. You notice that most religion, when we pray, the first thing we do is we give thanks, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a form of gratitude, right?
Yeah.
So that practice is a form of teaching us how to be gratitude about what we have today, right? Or and sometimes and when you and I think I like what Gary Vaynerchuk always shared is like, I've experienced some bad business times. I've been conned, 150,000 ringgit, 70,000 ringgit. I've lost 300 almost. When my business shut down, I lost so much money. But when I think that, hey, my parents are alive, my brothers and sisters are alive. And then I said, how worse can it be? It can't be that worse, right? You know,
Bro,
the people I
bro,
love are alive. Yeah.
come that being said, what you just mentioned, right? I want to ask the audience here, who here has friends or people who owe you money that you couldn't take back, like you couldn't recoup back? Anyone?
Me?
Can you type
A lot.
money?
a lot, a
Can
lot, a
you
lot,
type
a lot,
can you type
a lot.
money in the comments? Just type money if you have someone who has owe you money, be it a big sum or a small sum, a significant sum lah. That's worth remembering that, oh, this person owe me money, you know. All right. You know, I have a few as well. And there was a certain point in my life, I think it was after I started my own business, I faced all the challenges and all that. I can say that was my moment of enlightenment. I don't know how to say it, right? I can only say that it's enlightenment. You know, I look at my wife, and then we were chatting, and then I was like, B, have you ever give it this train of thought that even though we haven't that person haven't paid me back, but it did not affect my life in any bit. You know, I still have food in my fridge. I still can pay for my stuff. I still can, it never affected me one bit. That was the first thing. The second thing is, imagine if life is fated, everybody's life is fated, right? Imagine you and that person who owe you money swap places. Can you imagine you being on the other end that is owing Bobby Ang, or owing Thomas, or owing, Yi Kang, Derek, HP, imagine you are on the other end. How would you feel every day waking up and before going to sleep? And I think, yeah, that's is when you mentioned just now, sorry Thomas, I suddenly have this reminded me, so I wanted to tell to the people here, yeah. Right, it doesn't, if it doesn't affect you, you should feel really, really grateful, yeah. That you are in this, you have this opportunity to be in this position in life, whereby it's other people owing you instead of you owing them. Yeah.
And that's a form of understanding that, well, you have a significantly different or better life than some people's experiences, right? Yeah. And let's see over here. Eugene said, I learned that never borrow money if you expect to get it back. Willing to loan money, have the
Yes.
mindset you never get it back. Yeah. I
Yeah.
often, people ask me like loan money. When I create this chart, which one day I will share in IDML, about financial, how do you approach money, right? I always say that when you loan your friends money, is not a loan, it's a charity. Treat it as a charity, treat it as you're helping somebody. That's it. If they give back the money, good. If they don't, never mind, right? But if you
Yeah.
want to give
Yeah.
it, don't give it from the space that you owe me, you owe me. But when you're so focused on them paying you back, you're not focusing on living life, isn't it? Yeah. So that's the idea. Let's read through. Thanks for sharing, Bobby. But let's look at some of the comments over here. STM Rock, the pursuit of happiness is your daily priority as living life to the fullest, right? Yeah, because we're given I don't know how many hours we all have left, because we don't know, right? But all we can do is have the best hours we have in our life, right? That's it, right? And for me, Top Gear is one of the best ways that I like to hang out with car guys, right? So yeah, Alex, as living now is a practical balance between using a large part of whatever financial means you have to do things that makes you happy. It's about being happy. Yeah, because we're not going to think about how much bank account you have, how much money you have, how much debt you have when we are, in good or tough times. We're going to think about, did we enjoy life, right? Yeah. So I got some interesting things that I want to share. Bobby said about like worrying about what people think and so on and so forth. And if I may, I just want to share this one little philosophy before we move on
Yep.
is this. Now how I learned this very interestingly, and some of you may or may not know. Again, I just mentioned I've been through a divorce. It's not a bad one. It's a mutual divorce, but a lot of my life has flipped upside down, and I've been through some tough business decisions. I'm a speaker as well, so sometimes I may put myself in a position where to speak to thousands of people or hundreds of people and be afraid of sometimes being judged by people. So one day I found this book. My friend was holding this book, and it caught my eye because she was holding the book, and I saw the book's title, and I said, "Wow, that's an interesting title." And what I'm about to share with you guys is the key to have a happy life, the key to happiness. So the book title is called "The Courage to be Disliked," and that's the key to be happy in life. It's very interesting, isn't it? So I got really intrigued. I bought that book. And I read the whole book. I encourage anyone of you to buy this book. It's an amazing book. It's easy to read because it's just a dialogue between a philosopher and a young guy. It's quite comical at times. It's written by two Japanese guys, but it's based on the philosophy of Adrian Adler. So to give you some context, there are three big philosophers or three big people who contribute to psychiatry or psychology, right? There are three big schools. There's Carl Jung, there is Sigmund Freud, and the third one, who is not very famous because he didn't document all his journey, he did more talking to people, is called Adrian Adler. So he's saying that the philosophy about how to be happy in your life is to be okay if someone don't like you. Is to be okay if someone is against your thought process. Someone is okay if they go against you, they shame you, they say things. The courage to say, hey, I'm okay. It's okay to be disliked, right? Because in the opposite, if we keep living life trying to get everyone to like us, that's a miserable life, isn't it? Because if I buy an Aston Martin to please Bobby, right, and I drive out, and my friends say, "Ayo, why don't you buy a Ferrari?" I say, "You lo, then go buy a Ferrari." I know I'm giving a very critical view, but think about it. If our life is all about making people like us, it's a miserable life. But therein lies a very big fault. We are hardwired for connection. So primalistic manner, we want people to like us because it's a human condition. We want to survive, right? Think of the Sakai times or the caveman times. When you're not liked by your tribe members, you can die. They can kick you out for your tribe and then you can die outside there, right? So we have that primalistic mind. But we don't live in a day where we live like that, right? But interestingly enough, I think one last thing. Don't you realize that the people that we admire the most in our lives, Elon Musk, whatever you want to call they don't really give a two ding dong what people think about them. They just live life the way they want to live. It's ironic, isn't it? The fact that they don't care and they have the courage to be disliked suddenly garners a lot of like and respect. It's interesting. It's almost like
I noticed one thing, Thomas. I memang someone like that one. I really don't mind if you don't like me. And what happens is those people who are in your immediate circle who don't like you, when you don't mind them don't like you, they will see it as you are someone who is very fake, or you are behaving condescending to them. I'll give you a solid example. Okay, I'm from the motoring industry, right? So I am also not liked by many, to be honest. All right, and I remember there was this time where this person, I meet them I meet them during like press conferences or media drive or whatever. We meet each other, we will say hi to each other and all that. And I remember the time when I took over Evo, and somehow when the news got out, this person wrote something. Many people share it to me or print screen to me and say that, oh, he is implying you, in a very nasty way. And I saw it and I'm like, okay, but I don't have much feel. And then the very next day, we were I think we were in Sepang. We were in Sepang. You were in the aircon room, and then we go outside, we smoke a cigarette. So he was outside. When he saw me walking out to the same smoking area, then he was a bit like, because he just attacked me yesterday, right? Then when he want to light his cigarette, right, his lighter don't light. Then I walk up to him and then help him light his cigarette, and then I talk to him. Then after that, I suddenly realized that, because that time I didn't think much, but to him, he's like, wow, this guy is like, this Bobby is like passive aggressive, like I attacked him, but he came up to me and being nice to me. Then I should hate him even more. I was like, oh, die. so yeah. I noticed some people would see it that way. Yeah, I noticed that.
But that's the thing, isn't it? We can't control how people think about our lives.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
In fact, it's miserable. In fact, I'm talking even the same thing, and I'm going a stretch and say that your loved ones. Sometimes your loved ones, you try to control how they think about you. You're going to feel miserable, man. You can't control them, right? and I think as Bobby said, no, he lived life so not worried about being disliked. He forget that someone doesn't like him, right?
Yeah.
And I think this is one of the biggest lessons I learned in my life. This book called Courage to be Disliked, because it is the key to happiness. In fact, one of the biggest reasons why I didn't want to gun for to allow myself to enjoy one of my passions. I love cars. I love cars and driving it, all kinds, right? Anything from a Yaris, okay, the non-GR Yaris, all the way to a Datsun, a Charade, all the way to a KE70, all the way to a Spider or 918 Spider or Aston Martin. I love all cars. And I thought to myself, if there is one car I really want to have in my life, is a Boxster. Driven one, and then I said, my God, like the way it makes me feel is ridiculous. And I had the opportunity to buy one once before, but I took money to invest, right? Never mind, I learned my lesson, right? But I thought to myself, like, hey, how long am I going to wait? How long am I going to wait to enjoy what I really want? And I know it sounds really ridiculous. I never document any of this, but some days I wake up in the morning, I brew myself a cup of coffee. I got an espresso machine. I walk downstairs and I drink my coffee, looking at my Spider. And I just say, hey, bro, this is your car, bro. This is your car, man.
Unbelievable, right?
Unbelievable. It's just that it by itself has a remarkable sense of joy for me, right? And that brings me a form of appreciation. And like, wow, like, can you imagine that all these people in Porsche did this hard work to build this machine, and I get to enjoy this beautiful machine in front of me?
Yes.
Now, I want to say something interesting. Some people may say that, Thomas, because you're in a good financial position, so and then some people say taking loan is not a good idea. But the point I want to say is this: if we view ourselves as a responsible person, what I mean by responsible, it means that whatever we decide, we must be able to accept the consequences. That gives us happiness. To believe that you can deal with whatever comes to you is a form of security. Not that you have the money so you are secure, but to have the fundamental belief that I'm responsible for my life. If I take a debt, I will resolve the debt. Come what may, I will do it. Now, that's a different kind of attitude, because some people think that money makes people be able to buy nice cars. I don't know whether this is true or not, but here's what I know. If you have the responsibility, you will take care of the car and you will take care of your finances. That's all I know. You will find a way. You'll find a way to do it. Isn't it? Right?
But for me, Thomas, I was like, okay, now I am in the most likely possible financial situation to try my best to see if I am able to pursue my dream car, And then when I managed to got it, I was like, wow, but it's just the start, because I have a 7-year loan to pay, right? And then, but to me, at the back of my head is, if at any point that I need to give up the car or the cars that I have, it's that easy. It's that easy. Morning, you say you want to sell. Afternoon, you got your money, or you already settled the bank, or you already get it sold. Cars
but what you're saying is that a non-attachment to it as well. You can enjoy it without being attached to it, right?
And you have to be in the state of mind where when people come to you, hey, where's your car? Oh, sold already. What happened? Hey, business down, sell. What the hell?
Yeah. I love what you said one time in one of the drives we had. you said that you're commenting about a beautiful Toyota, right?
Uh,
And then you said like, hey, our fates will change from time to time. There is a flow, ebb and flow, right? Sometimes
yeah.
sometimes we have a good time, sometimes you have a bad time, right?
Yes.
And then when some days you may end up in a Toyota, some days you end up in Aston Martin, right? I don't know what you said, but it really inspired me to think about like, hey, you're right, and that's the form of gratitude. Gratitude is not about clinging on to something, it's appreciating what you have today. And if this is the last day you appreciate, that so be it, right? Yeah.
My ex boss, my boss that I only ever admitted I have one boss, because most of my other bosses are pretty dumb lah. So my one boss that really groomed me is the boss that when I was selling mobile phones that time, right?
Oh, wow.
Back in 1999, right? He is my school senior. He's 1 year older than me, and he came from a very poor family. So he couldn't afford college. So he was selling mobile phones, and then at night he was a sushi chef. Then eventually he started his first shop, and then I worked for him during holidays. So he's a very deep thinker. So around year 2002, 2003, we have become the biggest PDA chain. PDA, I mean, for youngsters, they wouldn't know, but it's personal digital assistants. Last time, mobile phones have keypads. PDAs are like that, and then with a stylus. Yeah. So we that time he owned like 20 over chain stores all across Malaysia. It's called PDA Expert, and I worked for him. I learned a lot from him. Then in 2009, when I started my own magazine business, it was also the year that he bankrupted. He was cheated by a friend to expand his outlets. The friend is a big distributor that distributes and give him a credit line and distributes to him. And then that friend was worried because my friend took up 70% of his business volume. So that time he was worried. Then he encouraged my friend to open up until like, I don't know, 40 or 50 anyway. So my boss bankrupted at that time when he tightened the credit line, wanted to take over the company, but my boss wouldn't want to, just say, okay, bankrupt. And 2 years ago, my ex-boss just bought over a listed company. 3 years ago, he bought over a listed company for 35 million. And the funny thing is, after he bought over it, he worked really hard on it, and then he was also a divorcee. Then he got married. Before that, he never wanted kids. Then when he got married, he saw his daughter. He was like, okay, I know what life I want. He sold off everything. And retired, and just stay home with his wife and daughter and just live his life just like that, chill. I salute this guy. It's like, can go like that. Yeah. And then willingly just give up everything. It's amazing. Sorry for cutting in with a very long.
No. This is a very good perspective, isn't it? It's a good perspective, isn't it? Like he knew what he wanted and he just do it.
Yeah.
And I want to share something quite interesting. Is that oftentimes I deal with I do a lot of training. I deal with people. That's as a coach, I deal with people, right? I fundamentally realized something. A lot of people say they want to change, right? Okay, and this is me too, right? And this applies for all human beings. We want to change, and we have this idea that change will give us something better. But the reason why people don't change, have you realized why people don't change? They do this tongue therapy. I will talk, but never do it, right? Because it's I call it tongue therapy. It's very simple. Because if you want to, let's say, for example, like say Thomas says, my dream is to get X car. Let's say it's a Honda Civic Type R, right? Okay, this is my dream car, right? Let's say this is my dream car. The next step is very simple. Figure out how much money you need. Figure out you are the right business, or figure out the right job to give you the income that you get to get, and go and buy it and go on a hunt for one. That's it, right? But rather than actually doing what you need to do, sometimes we create all these stories, all these reasons why you can't, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why we create reasons is quite simple. And again, according to Adrian Adler, which I've subscribed to his philosophical views, he says this: the reason why we don't change is because humans are we like familiarity. We value familiarity. So, for example, some people would prefer the familiarity, in his words, familiarity of a creaking old car than a car that gives them the experience they truly desire. Because the change brings about too much anxiety. And
Yeah.
somehow rather in the subconscious mind, there is this conclusion that I cannot deal with this anxiety. Therefore, I will stick with what I know. Right? Now, this is something interesting for everyone outside here. I know everyone who pursue their goals and go and do what they want to do, like your friend. Okay, I'm pretty sure they will have in their mind is like, hey, should I do it or not? Should I have done it or not? You know, but the idea is not that those questions will disappear. The idea is that I can face those questions and I know an answer. Right? You have the resolution. Buying the spider for me is not also like, wow, it's completely stress-free, right? Buying the spider
It's
also means I
not.
take
It's
a
not.
responsibility. It's a
Yes.
responsibility, right? But the more important, rather than trying to avoid the anxiety of owning a spider, rather than trying to avoid the responsibility of owning the spider, what gives a person a peace of mind is that I decide that anything that comes from this, I will handle it. That gives you the power of saying I'll be responsible for it. As far as I know, handling debt, there are three kinds. I know I'm going to stay off topic a little bit because we're talking about people going after their dreams. I'm going to talk about debt a little bit. There are three people that I know about debt, and I hope this kind of sheds some light to this as well. Three people who handle debt. One kind of people, they feel that they are victim to debt. They have no control over debt, and I have to keep, like debt is jalat lah. I cannot like it's really a bad thing.
Yeah.
The second kind of people, they view the way they treat debt is that if I put my head in the sand, if I don't look at you, you don't look at me, means I'm okay. I know some of you may know someone like this, right? The debt compounds, they end up in bankruptcy, and then it's not so much the bankrupt. They just live in this life where they are putting their head in the sand. Sadly, I've met some of these people in my life as well, and got into certain deals with these people that I realized that I didn't know that they're not irresponsible. They're irresponsible with their debt. And there are third kind of people which I respect the most. I respect people who have debt and willing to solve the debt. They have a lot of credit, in my opinion. The fact that they're willing to talk to their debtors and say, hey, I'm going to start earning money, but you got to change your payment schedule for me because I got to feed myself too. Is it okay? Like they go and negotiate with their debtors and then they do the work. I have more faith with this person than a person who has a lot of money because they have one quality that people don't have: responsibility.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is this: I realized something about as I'm growing up in life, and I thought money is a form of joy and success, right? And I realized that people who have a lot of joy in their life, they have one very common trait as well, other than gratitude. They are very responsible, extremely responsible.
Yeah.
They take responsibility for all the experiences in their life. They are not over responsible, trying to take care of how you feel, but they take a lot of time and effort to be responsible of what I want to create in my life. That's it. Period.
Yes.
The full stop is there.
Yeah.
You know, because end of the day, we only can control what we do, right? We can't control what other people do.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's very philosophical. Again, it's just
it falls in line.
The whole week I've been recording content for my for the new channel.
Bro, but it falls in line with what you said. You know, like I design my life, right? It's a very very short, you know, four-word phrase, you know. But this puts me back in the time. I told myself is that I want a Panamera, you know, something like a Panamera. So a Panamera is about 800,000, right? And then you look at the price of the Panamera. A lot of people would see that, wow, that's a dream. And then in their mind, momentarily, they have short bursts of ideas and say that, oh, I need a side business or something. But then immediately their mindset fall into what, you know, their mindset straight away fall into, what if my business fail? You know, what if people owe me money or I owe people money, you know, blah, 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 all this negativity, right? They spend their time finding negativities instead of spending their time to dissect how to go there. So let's say you have your stable job now, you have your monthly income from whatever you do, and then you wanted you're thinking that, okay, how can I get a 500,000 ringgit car, or let's say a 400,000 ringgit car, you're aiming for a used M3 or M4 or whatever, right? Then you'll be like, okay, 400,000 ringgit sounds crazy, ridiculous from what you are now. But if you dissect it, you look at how much is the monthly payment. If it is a 400,000 ringgit car, your monthly payment, let's say you stretch out to 9 years, your monthly payment should be about 5,000 ringgit, let's say. 5,000 ringgit per month. Let's say 6,000 for easier calculation. 6,000 sounds a lot, but then you divide by 30 days, right? Then it becomes 200 ringgit per day. And when it's 200 ringgit per day, you divide again by 10 hours. That's the logical period of time when we wake up, you have your shit and whatever, you have about 10 hours to earn money every day. When it's 200 ringgit per day, you divide by 10 hours, right? It's only 20 ringgit per hour. So from there on, you think, what should I venture into that can at least generate 20 ringgit of profit margin extra for me, in order for me to have that additional or something that you venture into in order for you to get that kind of extra income to buy something you like. So I always do that when I aim for something, and then I reverse the whole thing, and then I see, hey, what can I do? Okay, I'm not very smart. I'm not highly educated. I cannot do finance, investment, all that shit, because I don't understand. You show me share market and all that, I don't understand what. You ask a finance person, sit down and tell me what hedge fund and all that, I do not understand. The things that I understand is simple things like car wash lah, 油炸鬼 store lah, I only understand the simple businesses, because I'm a student from the last class, But then you just calculate those. Okay, if I have a small shop that I have 10 tables, per table generate how much per hour, things like that. It helps a lot when you dissect it. It really helps a lot.
Yeah. And it's something interesting I want to highlight there, and I hope I can do that for the audience before we go and read some of the comments, because some really interesting comments today. But I just want to say that every time we have an aspiration, surprisingly, all of us will generate fear from aspiration. That is something I noticed among human beings, right? When we want something, we have also the fear of, what if I cannot achieve it? What people say this? What if someone say that? Now, some people will let this fear cripple them, and that's the end of conversation. And they will meet people who will conform with their fear. Yeah, lor, right? See lah,
yes.
what happened, right?
Yes.
So we say birds flock to the same feather, right? Birds or the same feather flocks together, right? Whatever that phrase is. And then you have a second kind of people. They will find all the ways to eliminate the fear. But the interesting is the fear never goes away. So it's like you're trying to play whack-a-mole, whack-a-mole, like whack, 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 whack. It's like one fear come up, you whack. Okay, I solved this fear, and then this fear, but it never ends. But the third kind of person says, okay, I accept that this fear exists. I can either spend my energy focusing on my fear, or spend the energy making it happen. Because what is finite is my time, and what is finite is my energy. And interestingly, the topic today is live life now, isn't it?
Yes,
that's the only thing that's
exactly.
finite, right?
Exactly.
Well, some people may say that, but the idea is it's finite, right? So rather than focusing on something that can never be solved, you focus on one thing that you can really have the opportunity cost, the time cost, the energy cost. That's it. And then you take the energy and do what you want to do, right? Whichever you want. Some people say, I want to live life like their friend. No, I just want to spend time with my daughter. I want to be there her whole life. Some people say that I want to, I got some people who, the funny thing is this, I got someone who texts me on my Instagram.
Yeah.
He sold off his 7 Series. He sold off his modern cars, and he started buying 944s. He bought a he sent me a picture of a 996, and he's starting to restore all these old cars. And in his mind, right, it's like, I don't give a crap what people think. I'm a downgrading whatsoever. I love these cars. I want these cars. And it's texting me how to restore, how to polish, how to detect the paint, and so on and so forth. I was so happy talking to these guys, So they stopped thinking how to please people and hold a certain image and just do what I want to do, right?
Exactly.
And all the fears,
Exactly.
so what? Let the fears come. I can deal with it, right? And sometimes when we don't want to talk about our fears and don't want to think about our fears, what we're telling our fears is this: we are not strong enough to deal with you, right? But
Yeah.
if you say that, let it be. Okay, so what? Like I hear you, I hear these fears, I can handle you.
Hmm.
So yeah.
I also
Chris
noticed
always says,
there's
live
Live
life
Life
drive.
Drive. That's the title. Live Life Drive is my previous title.
Yeah,
My
of your
first
of your of your of your
magazine.
magazine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk to some of the audience over here. Let's see. Oh,
I just want to add
okay, so
something just
many
now,
things.
Thomas. I want to add
Sure.
something really, really quickly. Some people, right? They are. You may have encountered some people who are extremely capable. They have a lot of knowledge, but because they have a highly functional brain and all that, right?
Analysis, yeah.
They were yes. They fell into there's a phrase for it. One, they spend too much
Analysis
time.
paralysis.
Yes, they spend too much time analyzing the pros and cons and all that, and they never actually do that simple thing, which is just do it. And then you also meet people who are. You notice that this guy is not very brilliant, not very smart, but he's a happy person, happy-go-lucky person, and he is extremely rich. And then when you dissect further, you realize, right, this person who is not very smart, he thought of something, he just go and do it immediately. And at the back of his head, right, he never had the capacity to even think about what if that happened. He just, this one good, okay, come, let's try, do. No, whatever also they do, they open a workshop here, open a hair salon there, they're everywhere.
And some of them fail.
Yes.
But guess
Yes.
what? It's okay. They're okay
Yeah.
with it. They just move on. They learn the
Yeah.
lesson. They settle
Yes.
their debt or whatever they need to do and just keep moving on, right? And not make a
Yes.
big deal out of it. No, don't make a big
Yeah.
deal out of it, right?
Yeah.
And anyone that I know who's been not just successful but happy, right? My grandpa is one of them. God bless his soul. He passed away. He came from. He was a real story from rags to riches, right? I mean, in 1980s or early 1980s, you can buy a W123 230E. Hey, you're someone in Sagamat, in my hometown in Johor. You're somebody. He lives in a simple terrace house. All he ever wanted was a Rolex and a W123. That's it. That's all he really wanted. And I love that guy because he when I bought my BMW 1 Series, he always say, "Hey, simi chia, I need sweet when he say like, "Hey, I need lao ya, because he's such a Mercedes guy, and but the point is that you're right. No, he has tremendous amount of failures growing up, but he never stopped him from pursuing his business. Going to the logging business, failure after failure, and the only thing he would focus is like, what if I can make that break? What if I can succeed? And he owned up to his failures, right? But the point I'm trying to say is, guys, is that first thing, okay, if I can recap some of the conversation before we go into the comments, is first start with a decision, right? If you decide to do this, that's the first thing. Second thing is that, are you okay people not liking you, right? Because that's going to happen, right? Are you okay if your decisions make someone upset? The third thing is, can I be responsible of the consequences, good and bad? That's all you really need. You need to know how to do it, what to do, so on and so forth. Those will come as you move forward. But if you don't have these three traits, we're going to always think of the what if, what not, and then get paralyzed, like what Bobby said. Paralyzed, yeah. Okay, so there's so many comments over here. I love to read some of them. I love to talk to you guys. Let's hang out. Okay. Gary Chin is chatting so far. Let's see over here. Forge for Speed say, if you want to make others happy, go sell ice cream. Actually, not really lah. You sell ice cream also, some people say, hey bro, why you sell so expensive? Yo, hey, you sell 2 ringgit, Bobby sell 1 ringgit 50 cent. Why you sell? So also cannot lah. Chan Eugene says, do what you want, don't give no shit. That's true too. This guy is definitely one of these guys who know what he wants. Love this guy. Love talking to him.
I know he wants a 911. I know that.
Dang. Dang. All right. Okay, Thomas gets the 235i and 4C43. This is an interesting topic, you know. Okay, C43, don't get me wrong, great car, fantastic engineering, great electronics, so on and so forth. Just don't miss it. 235i, right? I tell you, I've been thinking about having a modern daily car recently. Recently, my E30 has been giving me some problems, and I realized that actually this is not a good daily car. It's a cool car. It's not a good daily car. It's not as reliable as I'll admit on live camera, okay? That it's a cool car, super cool. Okay. I love the fact that I can take it up to Uluyam and terrorize some Satya GGI and they can't get away from me, you know. you know, But after a while you realize that if I want this as a daily car, probably it's not the right car lah. So, but I still intend to keep it. I was still going to restore this car as the MCU opens up and so on and so forth. Then comes this question: which modern car to get? I have this strong liking for the M235i, but what Bobby always say, you can realistically own 5, 6, 7, 8 cars in your life, depending on your financial position, right? And do you want to spend that time experiencing familiarity or spend the time experiencing something new?
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
So I need to rephrase that part.
I was going to say this, right? I'd rather explore something new and realize that it's not good than to do what's familiar, right? I'd rather make a poor decision and say, well, I tried something new. I have a story to tell, you know. I sit down by the campfire talking to someone and say, hey, bro, the day I bought the E30 thinking it's supposed to be a daily car. Right? I'd rather have that. Because that's what is precious in our life, isn't it? These stories, these amazing journeys, and so on and so forth. You know? Yeah. So as much as I really want to buy the M235i, I love it to bits. For me, I don't care what Reza and all these guys say, get a proper sports car. It's for me one of the most amazing sports cars I own in my life. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Get
those of you guys
get an M2 lah.
For those of you who wants to get an M235i, I tell you, I give you, if Thomas gives a rating 5 out of 5. Amazing car. Right? Okay. Derek says those who owe you money can't afford to buy a new handphone. Yeah, I agree with Derek. Sometimes it puts me off as well. Some of them are buying new. I tell you what, people who owe me money, they're buying houses. Okay, and they're not owing me a small sum of money, you know. But we can either choose to be angry, upset, or we can choose to say that, hey, you know what? This is how I got my life to take care of. He's happy. I'm happy. I just decide, moving forward, I'm not going to deal with this person moving forward. Okay? But I can either spend my energy being angry and resentful to him, or just spend my time, energy living life. Right? Your energy is finite. Your time is finite. Right? You know?
No, the amount that the person owes Derek, right? I don't know what amount is that lah. It may not be a big amount if the mobile phone, it's like that small amount allows Derek to always be in the position to say, that guy owes me money, still go and buy mobile phone. Just for that small amount of money, right? You get to say this, okay, worth it.
Well, it's up to you, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at some of these things. All right, let's see over here. Yi Kang say, the pijab really gives me anxiety. But you know what? Hey, I'm going to ask this very interesting question. I'm not a parent, so I don't know. How many of you parents here, you have anxiety with your kids? What can happen? You worry about your kids' future. What will happen if I'm not around? But it doesn't mean you don't love them. Doesn't mean you're going to give up, right? Interesting, right? Isn't it the same as things we love in our life? We accept things we love together in a package, isn't it? And anxiety, what if we can refrain our mind that anxiety and fear is part of the package, right? Yeah.
I think as a parent, I will always feel that way only until when my kids are at least, 17, 18, to be able to protect themselves. As a father, you have the responsibility to make sure you get home every day. Whatever you do out there, you get home and you get to fulfill your responsibilities, take care of your wife, your kids, and all that. That's, to me, is utmost important at this juncture. at this juncture. So I won't join, even though I say live life fully now. I will not join any like bungee jump lah, crazy parachute shit lah, and all that, because once you become a parent, your life is not 100% yours. You have that part of responsibility to get home, so that you put food on the table. Yeah.
It's interesting. My dad when I was young, he used to drive like a mad guy. He would he had a K70, and then he had before that he had the Charmant. The Charmant, like really old days. There's a thing called a Charmant, right? This and then he said, son, I used to drive my car so fast from Johor for Segamat to KL that I can reach from my home in Segamat to Sungai Wang in 2 hours time. And that time there's no highway, And then he told me, the way he drive is full throttle. The only time I leave off the throttle is just to shift gears. No brake. Anyone knows the Datsun? Is it Datsun? I think it's a Daihatsu Charmant, right? So that was his first car after his Ford Capri but he drove the Charmant, right? He whacked his car all the way. And then he said after he gave birth to us, he had a bad accident in the 626. It's a Mazda 626. He got in a very bad accident. He lost his friend in the car.
Oh.
And then when he gave birth to us, right, suddenly his speed reduced. His speed started reduced. Then the more children he had for the car, the speed reduced more and more.
Yeah, that's
He's
very
like,
true.
I know I can go faster in this corner, but I don't want. Interesting. Yeah. So Ong Dinesh, yes, I'm a Segamat Kia. Yeah, from Segamat. That's my hometown. Tanning An, those who know where Tanning An is. Yeah. Right. CK says, I'm gonna get a classic. I'm gonna view a classic MGB tomorrow. That's awesome, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And something really interesting I want to say before we move on to do where's my car or any further discussion. Some people say, Thomas, why don't you? Some people always mention this to me, Thomas, you look like you're working for your car. That your car owns you. That you have to wash your car all the time and take care of your car nonstop. But the funny thing is, I never tell people this, that I actually enjoy it. It's like a form of therapy to me.
Yeah.
And I don't care what people say. They say, Thomas, you. Some people even say, oh, Thomas, you lose money, no money to wash your own car. Or Thomas, you lose so much money, you sell your C43 for E30. I mean, whatever they want to say, but for me, the E30 doesn't stir my soul as much as the C43 doesn't stir my soul as much as E30. But the point is, what I'm trying to say, guys, is that anything that we want to do in our life, right, we accept the consequences as we do, So I decided that, for example, washing cars is important for me. I just do it, right?
Yes, exactly.
If I love detailing cars, the funny thing is that my friend Ryson in Miyagi's, I pay him the price for the detailing, but I'm doing the work with him, He's like, he's wondering like, what's wrong with this guy? But I just enjoy I just enjoy being together with my car in that whole process, right? But the point is, guys, like we gotta at one point decide that what was important for us, That's it,
Yeah.
And just own it and just accept whatever consequence that comes with our decision. The freedom doesn't come from the absence of stress, the absence of fear, the absence of worry, of criticism. The true freedom comes from I can accept it. I'm not seeking it, but I can accept it. That's the true freedom,
Yeah.
So I hope that that's the what I so I innovated. I guess indirectly I kind of shared what it means to live life now, to do what you want, but with the ability to accept any consequence that comes with it and take responsibility. Yeah. And like Bobby said, maybe he cannot accept the consequence of let's say cannot put food on the table for the children, so he don't do it. So that's it. He's just facing his own responsibility. That's it, So it's nothing good or bad. We can either laugh about it, or even we laugh, don't laugh, doesn't matter what. Bobby should do what he does, Bobby needs to do, right? Yeah.
I need a V10.
Yeah, V10. So many questions over here. I hope you guys are enjoying this very different Top Gear session. I like to switch things up a little bit. As you know that the last 20th Top Gear session we did a Dude Where's My Car marathon. So I decided that since we have so much fun, every 10th episode we will do a Dude Where's My Car marathon. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe in between the two Dude Where's My Car marathon, let's do a more heart-to-heart conversation like this. Yeah. And then we had Eric Winters who came on board and talked about this. So I want to spread the variety of Top Gear.
Yeah, but, man, I need to invite more people from the industry.
Yeah, let's do that a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Force for Speed says something interesting. I get the comments. People say my car is old and always needs repair, but I find the joy in repairing cars myself. Yeah, if that's what makes you happy, so be it, right? So be it. Figuring out how to fix it. Yeah, yeah. Okay, guys. So Bobby, any last messages? I know we've gone way off. By the way, this is the one Top Gear conversation that I didn't plan any agenda. It was just like Bobby, just come lah, just stop. So I'm
Yeah, what? It's nice,
we
what?
have 143 people talking to us today. Hi everybody, thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying your time. Let us know if you're enjoying it. Let us know in the comments if you're enjoying it. I just hope to spread the message that we can either spend our time thinking about or whether cannot, what people say, what if this, what did happen, or just go ahead and live it. And I'll dare say this, even if we pursue something, whether we get or don't get, the very virtue we pursue is worth it already.
Yes. Thomas, I have
Yeah.
if I'm free, like I have all the time, right? I really want to put a Mercedes 6.2 AMG V8 into my RS6. That would be nice.
Kanina.
No, really. Now after driving NA and turbo and all, now I just want a NA V8. I want a NA V10. To
Hey bro,
to
I tell you what,
accompany.
in my
Yes.
garage downstairs, I'm friends with Dave from Bespoke. He has a E63.
Which generation?
I always forget the E class numbers, but the E63 looks super stealthy one, not the one before, 2 generations before.
2 generation before. The two rounder headlamps are.
No, okay, so 1 generation after that. Sorry, 1 generation before this. Yeah, the very
The-
squarish E class, that one.
Squarish E class, W212 or
W212, W122, W122,
W212.
212, yeah.
Oh.
So I went down there, and when I walk in my
Mm.
car park, right, I always think it's the normal E class. No? Then he say, "Hey bro, there's an E63." Then he brought the keys down together. No? Then I start the car, the way the car start. That is a proper sleeper because it looks
Yes.
like any other E class. The new E class looks very sporty, right? The E63 looks super sporty. The E class, that generation, you will not tell. It's so difficult to tell it apart unless you glance it 2-3 times than a normal E class.
Yeah.
Yeah. No white body, nothing. It's just like normal body, Then you start the engine, like,
Yeah, man. Or if I can drop a LS GM LS V8 into my RS6. I love the RS6, the package, the looks and all that. But 4-liter V8 twin turbo, it's not like no drama lah. It's just different driving a turbo car. And Chris just completed my dream engine lineup. If I'm able to put a Busso V6 into my Alpha, that gives me the best NA V6, and then NA V8 from Mercedes, or from any American that would be brilliant. And then the BMW V10 in my 6 Series. Oh, I've completed.
Or you can say that finally your car can.
My life is
your
complete.
Fiat can keep up with my Mini Cooper lah. We should do a drag race one day just to see.
Hey, you saw on Facebook or not? The day my neighbor came to me. It's like, hey Bobby, can you move your car? Because I let my other neighbor park his SLK in front of my parking lot. So our cars are right next to his Velfire. So my Fiat was there. I haven't touched my Fiat for a full 3 months. I did not start it. Almost 3 months, 2 months plus, right? Then his Velfire couldn't start, battery run out. Then he was like, sorry, Bobby, can you move your car so I can park my CX-5 there to jumpstart my Velfire? I said, okay. So in my mind, it's like, okay, I definitely can start my friend's SLK, but I don't think I can start the Fiat lah. And then after a few cranks, my Fiat started. I was like, wow! I started my 50-year-old. I managed to start my 50-year-old Fiat to save my friend's brand new Velfire. Yeah.
Hey, I tell you what, bro.
Yes.
Your Fiat, if you allow me, I'll do a full detail on your car. I'll sponsor the ceramic coating, everything. Give me a few days, I'll document the whole thing.
Not the time. That bugger is not worth so much work. No.
I know.
Wait
I
until
will
I
enjoy
managed
doing.
to change the drivetrain. Or I mean, you want to do which car? Up to you, lah. By all means.
No, the other two cars I won't touch because I will refuse to touch. People pay money, I won't do because I want to by Darren. there is like you go to a 3-star Michelin restaurant, you cook a nice dish, and then you
Yeah.
take the dish home and you ask your wife to add on another sauce to make it better. You just spend 3,000 ringgit to buy this dish, and then you ask someone who home to fry some rice and mix it together. Okay, I didn't get the philosophy. I will not touch
Yeah,
Darren's work. The best I will do with Darren's work is wash it. That's the most I will do. Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, I hope this conversation has been different. Hope you're having fun. It's 90 minutes has passed, man. 135
Yeah,
people has
man.
joined us.
Time flies.
But I just want to say this: the fact that all of us are watching this show here tonight means that we are in a safe space. We don't have to, we are comfortable enough to enjoy entertainment. So I just want to say that maybe it's good that to encourage everyone to invite everybody to give some sort of appreciation in your life. And if you haven't done so, I'm a big fan of charity, and I don't speak a lot about it because I think what's important is we do it, right? And charity doesn't mean that you give money only. Sometimes we give energy. Sometimes it's Grab driver who sends you the food, and you look them in the eye and say thank you very much, right? Or you send a nice message to Grab driver and say I appreciate your work. Or maybe it's someone you just drive up to a local store who's a mom pop shop and just buy food. Sometimes I buy food that I don't eat. I just give it to people. I just want to support the local mom pop shop. But the point is that that form of work is a form of gratitude. It's a form of feeling that I got something to give. If we believe we have nothing to give, then we are truly broke. But if we believe we have something to give, even though we have nothing in our pocket, that's the kind of wealth that I feel my grandfather has taught me about. It's not about having how much money in the pocket. It's your attitude, whether what I can give. If I have something to give, it means I'm wealthy already, right? My grandfather always taught me this. He said, Thomas, he said, you see, the biggest privilege in life is to be able to buy people food.
Yeah.
Because he was struggling to even put food for himself. But when he can buy food for other people, it's the biggest privilege in his life. So that's why when I go out, I love buying food from my mentors, my friends, especially my mentors, right? But my friends, sometimes people I don't know, just buy a meal. Because it's a moment you realize that I'm so privileged in my life, I can feed someone else, I can help someone else. Or I can use this food as a form of appreciation to people that I love. So I just want to encourage people outside who are watching this video to do to help some people out there, right?
Hey bro, I saw Anthony Montano say one Uluyam drive tomorrow morning, and a few driving group got people ajak already. We can cross states already, man.
Nope. From based on SOPs, we must stay within 10 kilometers. I'm not going to risk it.
But why so many people say, hey, want to drive or not? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, everyone makes their own choices. I'm probably not ready to do that. Yeah.
Oh, cannot yet. Oh, okay. Then no.
Yeah, it's not within the 10 kilometer and cannot cross Daira and so so on and so forth. So, I mean, I just not in the point of view that I'm ready to go there lah. Plus, right now you feel a lot. You find myself. Okay, one of the reasons I don't like Uluyam is not just because of this whole thing, but I don't like to get myself caught up with a lot of people trying to race in Uluyam. So now a lot of people are trying to drive really fast in Uluyam. Not my favorite time to drive.
I don't like really. When I started going to Uluyam, right, it's not like now. It's really not like now. Last time it's really chill. There's not a lot of cars. Now crazy. You look at Petronas there. Oh my god. So I don't go.
Everyone racing, bro. The worst part is people racing each other. That's the crazy part.
And now we have a lot of cyclists.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I like the kind of Uluyam drive where sometimes some roads you push a little bit more, hear your engine noise, and then most of the time you just chill, wind down the window, or drop your top. Guys, you haven't dropped your top, guys, go and experience or drop the top. Drop the top and just cruise. Taking the fresh air. Yeah. Okay.
Tiban Naidu just reminded us all with a little bit of a pain because he was like, "Oh, our new PM."
Anyways, let's get on to the last part of the show. For the last 20 minutes of the show, let's play Dude, Where's My Car?
Yes, let's do it.
A little bit. All right. So I'm gonna share my screen. I hope you guys are having fun. Let us know if you're having fun. All right. Let's play. Dude, where is my car? And I've created this amazing little. So guys, if you don't know, dude, where's my car? It's very simple. We pick two cars, and then we discuss about it. But ultimately, between me and Bobby, he has to choose one car, and why he chose that car. All right. So, guys, I feel free to jump in. Let us know which car you choose as well. Okay. So let's start with dude, where's my car? Bobby, you ready?
I'm always. Don't do
Are you ready,
eh?
Okay.
Give me something nicer.
So you have picked two cars. Okay, let's start with the first car. Round one.
Whoa.
Round one, we're going to talk about latest news, right? Some of you may or may not know the Nissan Z. The Z car came out.
Mm.
66, I think 360 plus horsepower. You got option of a 9-speed automatic torque converter or a 6-speed or manual, right? I think 6-speed or 7-speed manual. But
Yeah.
yeah, we have Nissan. Okay, wait, hold on. Chris, we say Nissan Nazaria coming. Okay, so
Oh, I love the
this
rear,
car,
man.
you like the rear? It feels very American to me. You know.
In a way, back then they were targeting the American market when they created the Z,
Yeah, the 240Z, right?
240Z and all that. Yeah.
So the interior. Okay, I've got mixed feelings. The interior. You know the three little dials. You see the dials on the dashboard. I don't know.
Well,
Just yeah. It's like Sport
my,
Chrono times 3.
my concern when I look at the car, it almost seems like they are not just continuing the design from the 370Z, heritage or whatnot lah. It's the one thing that I do not like about the 370Z, even the 350Z. You sit yes, we sit low in the car. We like sitting low in the car with our legs extended, right? But the whole window line of the 370Z is very tall. So when you sit in the car, right, you feel like the window line is right at, I don't know, somewhere at the bottom of your earlobe. It's almost that high, the window line. So that's one thing. I don't know. I haven't sat in the car yet, but from the looks of it, from the ergonomics of it, it looks like it still has a very tall dash, everything tall. I'm not sure. So that's the only thing I noticed when I see the interior. Other than that, it's predictable. The interior is just very, very predictable.
You notice that there are a lot of small little dials on the right side of the instrument cluster. There are 4 dials there.
You mean
Interesting,
the clusters, huh?
Yeah, it's like
Maybe to
they're
show
trying to bring back something quite classic. I'll be very interested to see how it looks like in real life.
Yeah. I hope they are real dials though. Is it a full LCD?
I'm not sure. We're gonna find out.
I'm not sure as well.
But looks, you like looks now?
Okay. To me, it has that kind of when they created this class of car, right? Like a 2-door sports car, right? Back in the 60s and 70s, they call it personal luxury. It's like the kind of car for you to enjoy your me time. So it has that little refined look as opposed to a 86. 86 looks like just like there's no refined lines or whatsoever to it. There's a sense of beauty to this car in a way. Yeah.
Yeah, the 240Z is definitely a beautiful car. I think also we call it a Japanese E-Class. Okay, so would you pick this car, right? Or would you pick the M4?
You're very bad. You purposely don't put the M, M4.
No, it's an M4i. What? That's the
But it's not an M4. You purposely put an M440i instead of M4.
No, it's not called 4i. It's called the M44i. It's like an M340i. It's an M44i.
I know. You don't want to put the option of putting an M4 here versus the Z Coupe, right? You put an M440i.
M4 different
league.
category, ma.
Okay.
So what you guys in the comments below? What would you pick? Would you pick a Nissan Z, or you pick a BMW M44i coupe, straight 6, all right, 380 horsepowers? Which one
I
would
think a
you?
lot of people's. Oh, for me, okay, I can assume sitting inside the car, visibility, daily, blah blah, all that. The BMW is gonna be the better car to be in lah. But in terms of looks,
Hey.
even though I warmed up to the big grill on the M4, I wouldn't say I have done so with the regular 4 Series. I I will go with the Z at this juncture, but in terms of car ownership daily, right, I will not buy a car of that format, the Nissan Z format, or the Cayman for that matter. Because for me, if it is just a 2-seat, right, it might as well be a drop top. Whereas the M4 is definitely a 4-seater. Someone can sit at the back, the kids can sit at the back and all that. So, have I answered you?
What
I
do you
haven't,
think
right?
the 4 Series? Yeah, I know this. I know. Some of you may not agree with me, but when
Yeah,
the 4 Series came out, I agree. Ugly. I always reserve my comments because I
yeah,
know, and I know at that point people will grow into it.
yeah,
And guess what people are saying now? Oh, I'm starting to love it. I'm starting to grow into it. It's not so bad in real life.
yeah,
I agree. It doesn't. It's a shocker. It's ugly, but I think we'll grow into the M4 as well. The 4 Series design as well.
yeah. The Nissan Z, if it is a 3-liter NA and then it puts out 450 or 460 horsepower, right? Basically a highly sprung NA, right? Then it will be a lovely,
Have
lovely
you heard
car
the
to
exhaust
drive.
note of the Nissan Z?
Tell me about it. Japanese car. Hey, right? Have I guessed it correctly? Hey,
Like they put
hey.
zero effort in making the exhaust sound.
I think for compliance now, all these cars need
Yeah,
to have the kind
hard
of
lah.
filter and all that shit lah. So
Which
I
one would
would
you pick?
say on a on a 6/10, I'll get the Nissan Z lah. Yeah,
Let's look at the
on a
comments here.
6/10.
Let's look at the comments here. Okay, Z all the way because Yikang is a Kapong boy over here. Derek Z. Also many Z, Yikang say Tiao Lei. Okay, Tiao Lei. Fun also saying something. Sam is biased, BMW all the way. ZZ. All right. Bloody Bugs Bunny. I want to vomit. A lot of Z, but it's the M cars, You know what? I will pick the M44i.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pick the M44i. I actually, you know what? It's something I never really declare or in front of people now. I'll say it. I actually felt that the grille design is actually quite interesting. They love to drive the car around with that. Everyone's like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? I say, oh, whatever, man. I think they're trying to bring in the E30, E21. They have the long, the long grill that goes downwards. They're trying to bring the era back.
They just want a shock effect lah. They need something to shock the
like
market.
the Bengal effect lah. Bengal effect.
They need something to shock the market. And the beauty about picking the M440i, right, is that if you don't like the looks, it's only when you're walking towards your car. After that, you sit in your car, other people are the ones being offended. Whereas the Nissan Z, if I sit inside, if I sit inside the Nissan Z, I'll be like, like that law, and then the visibility, and then the drive, and okay, I'll pick the BMW. Sorry.
Okay, so for this round, me and Bobby picked the BMW.
But I'll be very happy if
go
a
on.
lot of people bought the Nissan Z so that I can look at them from the outside.
Yeah, we drive behind them. Then you go, whoa.
Yeah, ooh, wow, ooh. That's it. Okay, done. Okay.
All right. So let's move on to the next one. Okay. Thomas say optician shops has been open for a while. Please visit. Okay, round two.
Ooh.
Not the top right.
Wow.
I
How
think
to
this is
argue
such a
this one?
gorgeous looking car. 2.0 ND, right? And I like the one without the RF. I like the soft top.
Yeah.
Any Miata?
After I drove the
Yeah.
RF in Hiroshima, I was like, okay, cannot this one, because once you drop the top, right, the turbulence inside the car is ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. And then as I turn my head behind, right, I don't feel like I'm in a convertible at all, because the whole C pillar, everything, the windscreen, everything is still there, right? You don't feel like you are in
There's
a
no
convertible.
the sensation. Yeah.
You don't get a sensation at all. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll get the
I never
soft top
driven the
anytime.
ND before, but I sort of driven the ND. I rented a above 124 Spider in Australia.
With the 1.4 turbo, right?
Yeah. Honestly, it's exciting for day one. After a while, you get a bit bored because the engine makes a pretty annoying noise lah. The above engine. Yeah. Just the same sound the whole day. After a while, you get bored lah. But I think the body is. But what I enjoyed about it is the body was stiffer. It was nicer to take around the bends and so on and so forth. It wasn't harsh. But nice car. But I would rather pick the Miata because the shape of the Miata is just
Beautiful.
Look at that.
Beautiful. It will be a great used car for me. I mean, a few years down the road, especially the 185 horsepower version, the one with they updated the 2-liter engine, right, to push out more power, right? I mean, next time when the price go down to like 120,
What one? Yeah. Okay. So this one now, some of you will be like,
what can challenge this?
Or you want more power. Some people say, I need more power. Because the Miata's Achilles heel is that for some people who are thirsty for power,
Yeah,
but anyways, look at the interior. I like the interior. It's very focused.
lovely.
I think Mazda is one of the few the few manufacturers that really pay attention to the design. Like they
Oh,
spend,
yes.
you can
Oh,
feel
yes.
that they pay attention to the design. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And I love the fact that they have analog dials.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or okay, would you pick this car?
Whoa.
Or
What
something
can
with
challenge
more
this?
power? Something more power. A Mach 7 Golf R.
For me,
Let's see
definitely
let's know in the comments which one.
for the Golf R is freaking fast. The Golf R is just
Competent,
freaking fast.
extremely competent. The way it takes corners is like done. You see, the corner is like even before the corner come to you, right? You're like the Golf R is I've got it covered for you already. Just whack the car.
I think you put the
Haldex is ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
The Golf R is ridiculous. And the way I drive Golf R is like when I take a corner before, it's like before the corner comes out, the Golf R is telling you, bro, I got this. That's how our Golf R feels. I got this, bro. You just drive it. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
No, so you put the MX-5 and the Golf R at Sepang. I think by the fifth or sixth lap, or maybe don't need the fifth lap. The Golf R would have lapped the MD. It's just crazy fast, way. It's just
Ridiculous.
crazy fast. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I was going to track day once. I wanted to join the Volkswagen track night or the M235i. That was stopped. I didn't tune my car whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then my friend, his name is Vishnu. He drives. He's the guy. You met him. They were at the M5 competition. Yeah. He had an Air Golf R that took stage 4 his car, bro. And he lapped 32 on driving that car around Sepang. Golf R, bro. Outside it looked like a white color Golf R family hatchback. Still in his track time, he came up from his car. I was like, "Hey, bro, what's your time?" 2:32. I said, "What the hell, man? I drive my M235i. My best lap was 2:40 something only." 2:42. Crazy car, man. Very capable car. Yeah. Anyways, so you picked the Miata.
I'll pick the Miata. I'm
over
with power. I'm over with power. Enough. And it's like crazy RS6 is like, what the hell? It's like
Let's look at that. Let's look at the comments over here, all right? Let's see.
Yikan wants Golf R. Oh, Golf R, Golf R.
Cause lah, this guy is a young blood, you know. SS Go MX5, Chris Wee Miata, Jason Un MX5. Okay, Con is swearing. Ken says MX5, T-Burn MX5. Jensen says Miata. Of course, he has a Miata, right? So he will say yes.
He also has a GTI. Right,
Yeah,
Jensen.
but he picks the Miata.
Wow, this
Interesting
round Golf
choice.
R wins it. This round Golf R wins it.
No, bro, MX5 wins. Look at the comments. By a landslide, man.
I see more Golf R when you scroll down. You scroll further down, right?
Oh, yeah, Golf R. MJ MJ is the guy who supplies my supply of Hainanese kampung chicken rice.
Yeah, I haven't ordered from him. Yeah.
Check out Instagram, chicken by Wong. I sent some to Con. Con was I don't know how Con likes it, but he said he finished everything. So
Con will finish anything, not just everything. He will finish anything.
check out what Instagram. Look at chicken by Wong. I get my supply of Hainanese chicken rice. I'm half Hainanese. My mom is Hainanese, so I need my Hainanese chicken rice. So, anyways, Golf R. Yeah. Miata, wow, Jared, oh, hey, look, Miata, bro.
Yeah, a lot.
Says, hey, bro, Anthony, Mark 7. Okay, we talk Mark 7. Okay. I like the GTI more. I like the GTI more than the R, though. Actually, I'm in the same consensus with Jensen. No. I actually like the GTI more than the R. Yeah, something wrong with all-wheel drive hatchback. Doesn't feel right for me. Yeah. Okay, so,
what about you?
Me, yeah, you know the answer. Okay, what do you think I will pick?
You pick the Golf R.
Wrong, bro. I'll pick the MX5. I actually thought about this before, because when I was thinking once, I want to buy a small little land by Kenneth River or Torquay. Now, some of you may know this place in outside Melbourne. It's like an hour drive. Or Kenneth River or Apollo Bay, and just park my car, rent a car park at Melbourne Airport, and I want to park my Mazda Miata, and I'll drive it all the way down there. That's my 6 months home or 3 months home. I thought about it. I said, if there's any car I want in that country, I'll drive this car. Beautiful car. It's not the fastest car, but you're right, Bobby lah. I think we come to a point in life where speed is not everything. Yeah, power just gives you. For me, sometimes too much power is stressful, I come to realize something, bro. When I drive Uluyam, I feel I cannot throttle my spider. I have to reserve, I can whack more in Genting Highlands because the road is wider, so on and so forth, right?
Yes.
But I chance upon the time where I can drive a 981 2.7 liter Cayman.
Nice.
And I had so much fun in that car because I can whack the car. Because the car you have to rev the car to get the power. And the Miata is that you can actually work with the car to drive it. You have to work with the car. And I think that's what makes a great sports car. Not just outright power, but you get to play with the car. Yeah.
And small NA engines, when you are at you keep your RPM about 5,000-6,000, and then the tightness you feel on your throttle pedal during that time, that feeling is sensational.
Yeah.
And A-class,
and just the way it looks, man. I mean, just the way it looks, man. Oh my God, look at that,
bro. If I buy if I bought an MX5, I mean, I placed the booking and then I dropped it at that time. If I own a MX5 ND, right, I would always I will put my car with the lousiest, cheapest tires I can find with the lowest grip, right, and then always just then always drive to some empty parking lots after the rain and just slide around doing silly stuff. Now I appreciate cars with simple mechanicals. It's just one engine, one long shaft, and then one differential, and then you go out, and then like that. It's just simple.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. I never really appreciate that until I got my E30. Honestly,
lovely.
Yeah, I never really appreciated that until I got the E30 because I think about it mechanically. E30 at its time was producing something that was remarkable. It was simple. and you
Yeah.
can feel its simplicity in it. That's the beauty. I know you're laughing because you're like,
No, bro. That's also what I feel about my Aston. When I compare my Aston to the RS6, right? The Aston is simple. It's a simple. It's yes, it's V12, but it's simple. There's nothing. You know, it's just a V12 and then a long shaft and then differential and that's it. Power and then gearbox. You know,
It's
and
not
compared to
smart. It's not trying to be smart. It's not trying to be smart. It's just
compared to the Audi got what a keyless entry
you're right.
lah, soft closed door lah.
You put the another good comparison is you put the Aston Martin Repeat S, say next to a AMG GT63.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you can see the difference in the analogy, right? The Aston is
simple.
down to simple, honest engineering, and then the E63 is like, wow, all the tricks and everything flying everywhere.
Crazy.
It's still great. It's still a great car. Not to say it's wrong. It's still a great car. Just depends what you like, right? You know. Yeah. So yeah, I'll both me and Bobby picks the MX-5. I think I quite predicted this. Yeah.
And at this juncture, I can say, right, long-term rise, right, I believe the Aston will have a lower maintenance than the RS6. It's like, what's that?
But guys, seriously, I know it sounds ridiculous, right? I mean, because look at the price, right? But the Aston is actually a very mechanically built car under the skin of its awesome looking, like wow, it looks like this very beautiful car, but underneath the skin is very mechanical, you know, very grassroots race car sort of like engineering. It's very simple, very simple. I'm going to post up this very soon. I recently got to drive a Vantage, a Volante, thanks to Bespoke.
Oh, nice.
And when you drive the car, you can feel its analog of the car, and that is something
Super
that is
analog.
not written on the spec sheet. Beautiful piece of instrument, ridiculous. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on. Next one. Okay, so for this round, me and Bobby picked the Mazda MX-5 ND. Hey, but before, how come you think I'll pick the Golf R? Because you think I like power, is it?
I don't know. Maybe I got it. Maybe I was thinking along the line that you already have your Spider, you know, things like that lah.
No, this is assuming that if you pick one car, you know.
And then you want a daily modern car. So the Golf R is a perfect daily modern car.
True, but let's say if you just pick one car, let's say one car, that's it. You know. Yeah.
ND lah, the ND.
ND, okay. All right. Okay, move on. Round 3. Let's go and do another stratosphere of a bit something.
I like.
Okay.
I like.
You like, Okay, let's go into something. Okay, first we're gonna increase the capacity of the engine. Let's go into the realms of 10 cylinders. What we're talking about.
I have no fear
It's
for
a
big
Lexus.
cylinders. Oh, okay. Is that an RC or a IS or a LC or what? I can't tell.
Talking about a LC 500 car. And I picked this color because I look at this color. I got a fetish for silver. It looks so, and the red interior. Hey, where's HP, bro? Hey, HP. All right. Would you pick this? Look at that. Look at the finishing. Okay, the one thing. But some of you guys may not know this, but my first ever gig as Horizon team was reviewing the LC 500. Bobby's like, bro. I'm like, hey, I don't know what to say. Just come on,
convertible.
And then I was dumbfounded, because I'm like, Lexus only now. But when I walked through the door, I saw the car. I was like, oh my god, such a beauty.
Yes, man. The interior.
Yeah, and then the interior build is ridiculous. The interior build is ridiculous. And in fact, I want to show you this. Bobby, you want to tell me about the dials?
Yes, it will slide, right? Yeah, it will move.
When you start your car, it's a digital dial, but there's an analog dial that moves when you start the car. It's ridiculous,
Yeah.
Never seen that trick pulled off by any major manufacturers.
Yes.
Lexus did it. Yeah, and the V10 is you might think that Lexus V10.
No, this is the V8 though.
So
the V10 is actually this is the V8. Yeah.
LFA.
Yeah, LFA is V10.
But you may think like, Lexus won't sound that nice, Man, the way this car sounds, you're like, it sounds like a muscle car,
Woo! Yeah, it's a nice V8.
Proper
It's a nice V8.
Yeah,
Yeah, very nice V8 sound.
I never driven one before, but if I can, based on what people review the car to be, it's like a proper beautiful Grand Tourer, you know. Yeah.
I don't know whether they updated it in the convertible or not, but in the coupe, it has a bit of the. It's like the GTC4 Lusso. When your speed goes up to about 160, 170, right, the steering will feel very light.
Oh.
So it happens on the LC500 as well. Yeah.
Mm.
And the DB11. Steering feels a bit
DB11
light.
interesting.
Aston DB11. Yeah. Only the DB11 though. The DBS doesn't feel like that.
Because the DB9 is still running hydraulic, right? So electric hydraulic, and then the
Yeah,
DB11 is
Yeah.
fully electronic, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
against which one?
Force for Speed say moving down first appeared at LFA. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's interesting.
In the
Thanks for
LFA.
sharing.
Yeah.
So would you
And one
pick-
thing, right? The moving down, right, bro? The moving down, right? It may look like there is a flat LCD at the back, and then the dial just move and the graphics follow, right? But I kept looking at it, right? The dial, the rounded dial, right, has its own LCD.
Also, the whole LCD panel is moving behind it.
Yes, that's what it looks like, lah. To me, at least.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy
But
stuff.
I was really impressed by the interior. It's just like, hey, like you know, it's just ridiculous. The build
The
quality,
finishing.
everything you touch is like, whoa, this like approaching Aston Martin region. You know?
Top notch stuff.
Much.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
So would you pick the Lexus or
Whew.
1.2 Cabriolet GTS?
What's the reason you put the 991 and not the 992 Cabriolet? What was the reason?
I think both of us, we both know lah. 991 is a better looking one, right?
But 992 is the newer one. Wow, this is a hard decision.
If one day you come a choice, chances upon the choice that, live life now, let's say someone come to you and say, bro, and then you were like, you had the right time to, let's say, own one of this car in your garage, extra one of this car in this garage, right? And you found the right price, two fantastic condition, two owners come up to you and say, bro, I want you to have this car at this price. Okay, so which one would you take?
When I got my Aston, right, there was a LC500 about the same price as my Aston, and of course it's a lot newer lah. It's 2017 something like that. Anyway, wow, this one difficult.
Because you know you like all these cars.
But you also know I'm not a Porsche fanatic, right? I'm not a 911 fanatic in that way. I'm more a Panamera fanatic than a 911 fanatic, But hey, GTS what engine, bro?
This is a 3.0, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. Let me double check one more time. I get the specs. I read out for you.
Okay. Never mind. I can just say that if it is a NA, I'll go with the 911. If it is a turbo, I'll go with the LC500.
The reason why I picked 991.2 is because it's a turbo.
Oh, it's a turbo.
991.1 is NA. 991.2.
But the 911 is such a good looking car. It will last so long compared to the LC. But the LC is so rare. It's so rare. Oh damn! You really put me into a
turbo.
It's a turbo.
Yep, turbo 3.0.
Oh,
I know it's a turbo. So how would you go for a turbo 911 Cabriolet GTS or would you go for LC5? Which one would you rather drive to Mei Hong Son?
Which one would I rather drive to Mei Hong Son? I think the 911 would suit Mei Hong Son more. It has a timeless design. As an ownership.
Wow, you have to choose one for your garage. Time to get yourself a new convertible. You have space, you have the financials ready, and you've always wanted one of these. Two great deals. One V8 NE.
Oh,
Hey,
I'll
you
go
can
with
pick your
Chris.
V8 lah.
I'll go with the LC500. I'll go with Chris. But even though I can I have a 911 with an NAV8? Blasphemy. Adrian will suddenly bump through my door. No!
It must be flat 6.
You, I don't know. I really like a 911 Cabriolet though. Oh,
So how you pick the Lexus?
I don't know. Which one should I pick? Oh, this one is difficult for me. Con said he will pick the 911 if you put the Targa instead.
Yeah, but convertible to convertible, apple to apple, okay?
Yeah, if you put the Targa
One is
also,
the Fuji, one is
I
the
cannot
Fuji
accept.
apple, one is the German apple, you know. So both
I
are
cannot
German
escape. I cannot escape the 911 if you put the Targa here. You know, and
apple.
the thing
What
I will do
do
with the Targa is not to sit inside the car and enjoy the top opening. I will sit outside the car and use the remote control to keep doing the roof, just looking at the mechanism. You know, I will like just be amazed with it.
We're almost 2 hours plus in this conversation, right? Which one would you pick?
Oh, die! You pick first, bro.
No. You're the guest. You pick first.
No, why every time I pick first? I want to listen to yours first before we end the show. Come on.
Okay lah. Now, what do you think I'll pick?
I don't know. You just might pull. You might just LC. I don't know.
I probably do the LC. Yeah.
Okay.
Because here's the reason why. I do not like the 911 cabriolet look. For me, the butt feels like, like something like the thing comes out. It just don't work for me. 911 at its 911 shape, gorgeous. I love it, especially 991.
Coupe, right? It has to be a coupe, right? 911.
For me,
to be a coupe.
Targa is beautiful, but I think coupe is more for me. Whereas the LC500, right? Okay, especially being the experience of being able to walk around, sit in the car, and hear the exhaust notes and stuff. I think the LC500 is what I would like to have as my lifestyle. If I were to take this car, drive it up to Penang, meet Dylan, meet Chu Yang, have some coffee, drive up down to Bangsa, grab some coffee, go Uruyam, but then chill drive all the way there, roof down, hear the exhaust note, like the V8, Yeah, I'll do the LC500. Go on Chirating. Go on the holidays with the LC500. I can definitely see that.
I'll join you lah. LC500 lah.
Yeah.
You convinced me.
And the best part is what, bro? You don't get that kind of attention that you get from a 911.
Is it? I would assume you get more attention with the LC500 though, bro.
No lah, you won't get the kind of like brownie points like wow, you bought a Porsche. You won't get that kind of brownie points. And I think for me, I kind of like the fact that people are not going to come up to you and like whoa, like I actually like it. I like the fact that it's a bit only people who know this car. Like you told me that day someone spot a fake fake car guy. Okay, so me and Bobby both picked the LC500 convertible. But if you show me the car in yellow color, I will think twice. You show me in silver, I know already lah. Okay, polish the car nicely, PPF coating the car, wash every week lah. Okay, let's see the comments over here. Okay, pick 991, but Porsche Club event with Thomas. Pick LC500. I go Lexus Club event with HP. LC500 Cabrio. LC price will drop trade in. Yeah, that's true. Coupe 911, Lexus convertible. Quite balanced, Gary is LC500. Cabriolet. Whoa, Jared Go Cabriolet. He owns a Cayman. Cabrio GTS. You know what? I think the best looking Cabriolet is actually the Boxster. Honestly, in my opinion, it's designed first as a roadster. That's why Boxsters always look good. Whereas 911 is designed first as a coupe, and then they have the roadster.
I need to revert my decision. I need a 911 in my life also.
Big 9 LC500. I go Porsche event with Thomas. Convert more Porsche Tecros to Lexus.
LC is like a counterfeit Aston Martin. Come to think of it. It's like the Asian counterfeit Aston Martin.
Too big. Very tough choice. Chris Wee, LC 911, concept car. Okay lah. So you want to pick 911, huh?
911.
It's a turbo touch.
It's okay. I imagine the 911. I've been to Mae Hong Son with the Rent Drive group of Thailand, you know, all the 911s and all that. I tell you, Porsches, right? The line, they just look beautiful as they are moving. Porsches, seriously, the way they move. And in Mae Hong Son, I will go with the 911, 100%.
No, I wish
And
sometimes someone can capture the video of my spider moving.
Oh yeah, the 911. It's just. Okay, I'll go with 911. I'm sorry.
Even though it's turbo,
Even though it's turbo, because when it's a drop top, you can drive slow. You know, I don't know. It's just the way they look, lah. I mean, I need to blast you with all the pictures I took at Mae Hong Son with the whole Porsche group. It's just amazing. Yeah. It's just amazing the way they look. And I can finally say that I'm a Porsche owner, ma, if I got a 911.
Avinash say, not very surprising about Katat Lopat. You're like the people who switch a government, switch support.
Bro, do you remember like few months ago there was the 911 Cabrio that was on sale on Muda?
They keep going up.
At first he offered 208 and then 228 and then 238, 248, 258, right? I tell you that time, right? Every night I was looking at that car, you know. Every night I was looking at it, I was like, oh, how can I can I sell my 6 and then top up? And what can I do? We're in the pandemic. So I had that moment. And I never had that moment with the LC500, even after we went to the launch and all that, right? I never go home and think about it and all that. Come to think of it, I did have that with the 911. So
I never felt that with 911. I just found it's a beautiful car and that's it. Yeah. But if I choose between these two, it's the LC500.
Yes, my choice, 911. Why Bobby changes mind so fast one?
Because it's a very tough choice. Because it's a tough choice for Bobby.
That's what our leaders teach us, bro. Right?
Change mind fast,
Jump like a frog and eat turtle egg. Okay.
Too bad we cannot have a refund policy. You know. Okay lah. So at the last section, me and Bobby pick differently. I picked the LC500 convertible and Bobby picks the 911.
911, bro.
911. Okay. So yeah, this is the end of today's episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope we keep you guys entertained. And I know the topic started off a bit low energy and so on and so forth, but hey, that's all about life, you know. My spirit in, spirit out, you know. So,
live life, everybody. Live life fully now.
Live life. Be kind. You know, live life lightly. You know, and enjoy what you have. And if you are in the means to afford certain pleasures in life, you know,
go get your Porsches now.
Get your E30s
go get your
now.
Porsches now.
Go get your E30s now.
Buy a smaller house and then go get a Porsche.
If you're a car guy, that's one.
No, even if you're not a car guy, join us for drives. Then you buy a house like 380,000, buy Dudok, enough already. Then buy a 911. Epic.
All right, thanks guys for joining us. Bobby,
thank you so much, Thomas. Thank you.
And watch out for the next few episodes on the Horizon page. On Sunday we have cartoons with Tana and also with Uncle Mike. Yep. And then Monday we have Bobby again, car buying Q&A. Tuesday we have who's Tuesday again? No one on Tuesday. Sorry. Chris Wee. Crisscross Tuesday. Crisscross Tuesday. Wednesday
he might be taking a skip for this week?
1 week. Okay. But
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have that.
yeah.
Wednesday we have Alex STM Rock and DK show, right?
Yep.
Jamming live for you 7-11 time 711. Just put it on, listen to music, local music, support our local artists. And 8:30 we have the Chinese talk show hosted by
Yes.
Apple, Rachel, HP.
Yep.
And then Thursday we have Tana and Friends.
Yes.
Okay, and then Friday we have Talk Gear. All right. So we hope you keep you
Yeah.
guys entertained during the pandemic. Stay safe, guys. Love you guys. And hey, if you have any questions regarding washing cars or just want to hang out with me, send me a message on Instagram, Thomas Yap Official. If you wanna find out my channel, go and look at Thomas Yap, and keep a lookout. I'll be announcing my new channel shortly about motivational mindset and money. Right? IDML. I design my life. Okay, Bobby. Anything else?
No, that's it. Thank you so much, everybody. Good night.
Thank you so much, everybody. Love you guys. Have a good sleep. I'm getting tired. I will need to go and
Yeah.
hit the good night button as well. Okay. With
All
that,
right.
guys, thank you so much for watching for this episode of Talk Gear. I shall see you in another episode of Talk Gear. Love you guys.
All
Peace
right.
out. All right, let's go.